Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining me tonight. Tonight we're going to be building the Super Star Destroyer that was released on May 1st. It's a pretty cool looking set. I've been looking forward to doing this one. I have built the big UCS Super Star Destroyer, so I really love Star Destroyers. They're one of my favorite vehicles in the Star Wars universe, with TIE fighters, of course. Right here, we've also got a couple of little things. We've got a MIDI scale Millennium Falcon that they released. This is the original MIDI scale, and then this is the MIDI scale Star Destroyer that they released. Came out about a year or so after the Falcon. And then I just thought it was fun to have the dual on Bespin 40th anniversary set out, and then the Nebula B Frigate 40th anniversary set out as well. Hi, Sadie. Thanks for joining the stream. Can you hear me okay? All right, we ready to crack this bad boy open and have some fun. So we got the pop tabs on the back of the box. Some people really don't like those. I don't collect boxes, so I don't care. Pop the box. All right, standard instructions, that plain white, cover image, nothing special there. I download all my instructions from lego.com, so I can just use the computer as a space saver. As you know, when you're building, the more space you have, the better off you're going to be. So we've got 6 individual bags, no double ups. And this set is 630 pieces. It'll probably take us about an hour and a half to build. And if we got time, we'll go ahead and build the Death Star 2 as well. This week, working at a bit of a different angle, getting a different section of my room. I turned the desk this week. So if you're having any problems seeing anything or hearing anything, please, say something in the comments. And as of course, always, please like and subscribe. That way you can be notified when we go on and do these fun little builds. And also, liking the video will help the algorithm that they put together. So, more people can enjoy. How's everybody's week going? Is anybody doing anything fun this weekend? It's coming right up around in a day or so for some. Some people it's not. Some people it is. But tell me what's going on. I'd like to hear from you. All right. Thanks for the like. Appreciate it. You just working? Yeah. We all get stuck working. All right, so I can see they're building they're doing a pretty good job of reinforcing the superstructure on this guy. That is peculiar. So they have you use the 4x4 plate, but on one side there's only the studs, and they tell you to put it right here, but they don't even tell you where you should click the studs. So I wonder if it has anything to do with anything, because I wonder why they wouldn't just give you a 4x4 with the 16 studs on it instead, if it just clicks underneath. So anybody out there building anything tonight? Anybody looking forward to anything? Any sports fans in the audience watching any of the games? Baseball, basketball playoffs, hockey playoffs? Nothing really, huh? Well, it's okay. Well, to each their own. think all my teams are out of the playoffs, so I'm just like secondary rooting right now. And then, of course, baseball season has just started, so we'll see how that goes this year. Hopefully we can. Hopefully Boston can get their pitching straightened out a little bit, a little more consistent. They went on a nice run a few weeks, about a little over a week ago. They ran on a 9-game win streak, which was fantastic, of course. Every time you go on a win streak, that's fun. For the first iteration, we got our lime color. So Lego loves to do that. They love to take the colors that they have a larger assortment of sometimes. It also helps break up the monotony of building in like gray and black a lot. So they always stick those extra colors in. So we're going to start seeing a lot more of those filler colors being thrown in now. But most of the time, and I say most of the time, you never see them. But there are some of those sets that they have little gaps in the little corners here and there, i.e. the Razor Crest or the bottom of the DeLorean, where you pick them up, you look at them, and you can see the underside, and you can see the reds or the blues or the greens or the yellows, and you just kind of look at it and you're like, that doesn't quite fit all the time. So, but that's the nice thing. Lego is a brick or a toy that you can just substitute the pieces, and then guess what? Problem solved. Be nice if they did it for you, but All right, so this is a cool little build so far. I always enjoy the little mini ships and just some of the little micro builds that are pretty cool. I do enjoy some of the builds from the advent calendars every year. Some of them are really cool. Some of them are pretty basic. Yeah. The other nice thing about getting the surprise colors or the extra colors is if you ever tear the set apart to build it, you've got a lot more options to work with as far as the extra color. So it does help diversify your color palette of your collection as you're going. So here we have the base of the Super Star Destroyer. You see a lot of greens, limes, orange. The base is going to be all the gray and the dark gray. All right, let's fire up the next bag. Getting on to bag 2. Rolling along so far. And if you're having a good time, which who isn't, check out the other videos that I've put up. They're a lot of fun. I had a great time building the sets. Anybody who wants to watch and leave some feedback, a like and a subscribe, that's great. It helps me. This is just my hobby. My figure is I'm going to be building Lego sets anyway. I might as well just stream and try and talk to the masses. Just try and talk to folks. And of course, if you comment, I appreciate it. It keeps the conversations rolling. And if you like and subscribe over at my Instagram account, here at my YouTube account, and you send any comments or questions, I'm gonna talk to you. You take the time to talk to me, I'm gonna take the time to talk to you. So I always appreciate when people will take time out of their schedule to spend time with me, and I feel that the least I can do is show the same courtesy. This is a neat little design on the build, kind of all the extra greebling and flat surfaces, and curious to see how the translucent blue work their way into everything and how that all functions. Lots. I have a lot of small Lego ships. I've got probably 4 or 5 advent calendars over the years. And obviously each one of those has a numerous amount of small little ships, minifigures to build. So it's virtually impossible to say exactly how many I've got, but I do have quite a few, and I like building little mock versions of them as well. But of course, passions, big UCS style sets. I love the big Star Wars sets. I have most of them from the past 15 years, maybe more. There's not many I don't have. But that was also a long time ago when they only would release a couple of UCS sets here and there. Like, they release a UCS set here and there, 1 year, and you really wouldn't get anything else for the following year. But now they do a lot more releases where you may get, well, we'll call them large Lego sets because not everything's a UCS anymore. Some sets are just big. But I'm looking forward to doing a room tour here soon. I just got to get some things worked out, cleaned up, organized a little bit better. One of the problems with having a room is you're always collecting, and so you're always adding to it, which means you're constantly buying more and always looking for more space. So, and I collect more than just Lego, which you can tell if you're looking behind me. I do have a nice little Hot Toys collection and Disney props from the parks for like Indy that you can see over here in the corner. But I like to collect what I like to collect. What does anybody else collect out there? Let me know in the comment line what you're doing, what you're collecting, what your passion is for. Are you somebody who likes Lego, or do you like Hot Toys, or do you like sideshow statues? Do you like Pop? Do you like Munchkins? Little Disney pack, mystery packs. I think they're called Munchkins. Do you collect that stuff, or are you into something else, something completely different? It's never been better to be the collector, because I think we're getting to the point where we're outnumbering everybody else. More people collecting things than not collecting things. All right. Looks like this is most likely going to be part of the superstructure. That's cool. I like how they're doing it kind of red. Kind of makes you think of like Mustafar. Say you got Elena's keychain. Elena will have to watch the stream later, or she might jump in towards the end. She went out to dinner tonight with her ma. So if they're watching later, hello. Ooh, yeah, they went to a Mexican restaurant. So you can never go wrong with delicious Mexican food, ever. Anybody catch any good movies lately? Looking forward to anything coming out? Is there anything that your diehards are going for, looking for? Can't wait to hit DOS Cinemas. Mario movie. What'd you like about the Mario movie? I like how a lot of people have put the Mighty Bowser Lego set at the grand piano and having him serenade Princess Peach, the figure from the Mario line. The Donkey Kong song. That's cool. I got to see the Mario movie over the weekend. And I was, of course, one of those people that every time something flashes, you're like, "Oop, Easter egg! Oop, Easter egg!" Like that thing. I know what that is. It's my favorite part of the movie. Let's see. Let's rewind. Maybe it was I think I liked the Mad Max style Star Road Mario Kart racing. It really had that Mad Max feel. I thought that was pretty cool. What was your favorite part other than the Donkey Kong song? Did you have a favorite scene? All they needed on that video was the doof guy at the end, like playing the guitar with the fire shooting out. And it literally would have been Mad Max Fury Road. Put Princess Peach, dress her up as Furiosa. Mad Mario in the Fury Road. Mad Mario in the Peach Road. I don't know. All right, it's coming together pretty quick. As you can see now, we've got more of the triangular design. It's gotten a lot longer. This is most likely going to be where the superstructure build is for the actual like command center bridge that we see. Obviously, the engine compartment here at the back. Right now, it just looks like a giant Lego paper airplane. All right. Well, if anybody else wants to chime in, feel free. Lots of topics to discuss. Doing such a good job on this build. What do you think, folks? Any questions, comments? Tough crowd. No, I haven't tried to summon them. I figured if they wanted to, they would. They'd watch. But you know, teenagers. Yes, yes. Children can be quite lame. That's cool. Looks like I haven't seen that piece before. It's a 1x3 with the C clips pointing up, just already attached instead of having to be put on. Almost everybody I know, you know, they work, or they got little ones, so they'll usually catch the they'll catch the rewatch after everything gets uploaded. But I appreciate you for hanging out with me tonight, chit-chatting, having a good time. You know, that's where the cool kids are. I like how this is all coming together. The little greebling look is pretty cool. And of course, you got some pink in there. Maybe this weekend we'll do we'll build the brick heads from Return of the Jedi. Heroes of, what are they called? The Heroes of the Resistance. So bust out, show it off with the rest of the brickheads. Got a bunch of brickheads all right here. I think it's almost every Star Wars brickhead that they've released. I didn't get the like the Comic-Con exclusives and stuff like that. You know, too cool for school and that kind of thing. But they're not that hard to rebuild. Like if you don't care about the custom plate or the custom sticker, you can rebuild them really easily. Like I did the Han and Carbonite when they released the individual boba. So my Han and Carbonite is identical to the exclusive pack. I think it just might have a couple of colors that were exclusive. I think maybe the eyes might have been exclusive. I'm not really 100% sure. But, you know, my Han and Carbonite is, to me, it's pretty legit. You know, brickhead Han and Carbonite. To me, it looks pretty good. Got the little like the translucent blues on the back, so when it gets hung up on Jabba's wall. And then I have the sideshow Han and Carbonite with Boba Fett. I've done the Jabba's Palace, like throne room recreation. I'll have to I'll throw some photos up on Instagram. People can check them out. If you want to check out my Instagram channel, it's DarthBricks42. And yes, I know, Sadie, if you don't have Instagram, I will just send you the photo. Getting a little warm in here. Let me know if that fan is making too much noise. And if it is, I will adjust it or move it or figure something out. But just getting a little warm in here. So, you know, coming up on those summer months. Anybody got anything going on for the summer that they're excited for? Any trips anywhere? Plans? Hopes? Dreams? It's pretty cool. I like the way they made the back come together. This little tail. Mount Freedom. My Freedom. Got it. What freedom are you looking for? Strike me as a pretty free kid already. You're going to Disneyland. When are you going to Disneyland? Can I come? Soon. So they make all these little studs. Let's see, I'm gonna put them somewhere you can see them. These little studs, I'll hold them up. Each one makes a character for inside the Star Destroyer. Say you go to Disneyland whenever you want if you want to take yourself. Nobody's slowing you down. All right, so looks like we got Bosk. Maybe Boba. Dengar. That's not right. Silver. Oh. Lone 44. What's his name? IG-88, I think it is. All right, so this must be the command section of the Star Destroyer. Where all the bounty hunters hang out for the weekend. Zuckuss. Yes. Dude, we are bounty hunters. So basically what I built was to represent these characters. IG-88, Bosk, Dengar, Boba Fett, Lone 4, and Zuckuss. Hello, Karina. All right, so we are now moving on to bag 4. So we are moving along quite well so far. So there's only 6 bags. We're moving along quickly. If we have enough time, we'll go ahead and build the Death Star as well. If you're interested in hanging around for that. If not, I might just build it and throw it in a separate video. But we're also going to, show the Super Star Destroyer, the UCS Super Star Destroyer, and compare it with the little mini one. So definitely want to check that out at the end of the video. If you're doing a rewatch and you want to skip ahead, you're more than welcome to. But you're going to miss all the fun. So don't. Everybody loves minifigs. What do you think, Corey? Should they just put minifigs in sets and that's it? Just all Star Wars minifigs, no sets whatsoever? Probably make life a little easier. A lot more boring because there wouldn't be anything to do. You like brickheads, Sadie? I like the brickheads too. You want to see something that's it's not a brickhead, but it's what brickheads were kind of inspired by. These are the original cube dudes. So Lego made these and put them only into packs that they gave away or sold at Celebration and like conventions that you couldn't just buy on the shelf. So these weren't available just to buy. So they had the Heroes of the Republic, which are all Clone Wars, and then they had the Bounty Hunters, which are all the bounty hunters from The Empire Strikes Back. These are really cool, really rare. Can't really find them unless you want to try and piece them together or you want to spend all that money on eBay. Minifigures do cause a lot of drama. People, they lose their minds over those things. It's like it's not that bad, guys. Chill out. I don't like putting like the value on a set. Like if it doesn't have a minifigure, it doesn't have enough minifigures, then the set's not worth it, or it devalues it. It's like I can live without minifigs. I think they're cool, but I don't buy sets for minifigures. I buy sets because I love the set and they look absolutely amazing. But I get where people are coming from. People will buy the minifigs, and that's all they want to do is collect the minifigures. It takes up a lot less space. But at the same time, if something that you like right away, just relax and wait. I'm sure something will come out. Lego's putting out more product now than they've ever put out in the past. Better products. The quality is way better than it used to be. I know that's a hot button with some people as well. But I know I've worked with Lego firsthand for many years. I've been a fan and a builder for many years. So personally, I feel that the quality of what we're getting today is completely unmatched anywhere. The build is going really good. It's coming along quite nicely. You can start to see it taking shape. Actually flying through the set a lot faster than than I thought it was going to. But that's a good thing, because if we got enough time left over, we can build more. More building. It does look like a paper airplane. We did mention that. It's like if you put like extra wings on it, it just looks like almost like a fighter jet to a degree. Which I know Lego doesn't really do it, but that would be cool. Anybody have any trips to the Lego store coming up? Any purchases coming up that they're excited for? There's a whole bunch of new stuff coming out on the 1st. Some of those new Disney sets, they're looking pretty legit. Definitely gonna have to pick some up myself. The Duos looks really cool. Is there anything anybody's excited for? that Bat Cave, maybe. That comes out almost on the 1st or around the 1st. Five days a week, huh? That's true commitment right there. True commitment. I used to plan trips to the Lego store 5 days a week, and it was a while ago, but it was some of the best years of my life. The duos. How about the villain set? The one that comes with the books and the tape and the apple. I think that one's really cool because, I mean, everybody gets to find out what a VHS tape is and why they're so important. Get your copy today, because once it gets locked back in the Disney vault, it'll be gone forever. Anybody out there remember those? The Disney vault? The best way for them to hold all of our money hostage was VHSs. Then came DVDs. Then Blu-ray. Then 4K. Yep. I heard that. That's how they make us buy them all. Gotta buy them all, gotta buy them all. It's kind of like a Pokemon thing, right? But I'm gonna be honest. I'm going back to the minifigure conversation. Corey had a absolute dynamite statement. He went out and got that giant Titanic. Didn't even come with the captain. It's like biggest Lego set ever. Doesn't even have a minifigure in it. But of course, then if you did what I did, then you got the minifigure of the mystery minifigure of the like ferry captain or the ship captain with the boat around his belly. Because that minifigure is a dead ringer for the captain of the Titanic. I mean, you can't really argue that. It's like spot on. All right, still coming together quite nicely. It's a lot of little pieces building up the superstructure. So there's not a ton to really talk about when you're putting them in. But I know the Greebling is going to look really cool once it's finished. So anybody plan on picking this setup for themselves? Do they already have it? Have they built it? Let us know in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe. I know some of you out there are watching and not subscribing, and you're not liking the video. Already have it. But have you built it? No. Do you plan on building it? I mean, once you figure out your space situation. Corey strikes me as the kind of guy that he's got tons and tons of Lego sets just piled up in his closet all over the place. Like if you shook the room, there'd be a Lego avalanche. How am I doing? Am I getting warm? I love it when my boxes collect dust too. Usually mine collect dust at the landfill. I am not a box collector. It's hard enough finding space for the product, let alone the boxes. Fairy dust. Corey is into that Disney magic. Maybe he's got a little Tinkerbell fairy dust hanging around, so all his Lego sets don't fly away, or they do. It's like that would be good. Lego Tetris. You know, I heard some guy, Brick Clicker, I think was the guy I was listening to. He was talking about they're supposed to be making a Pac-Man cabinet. I was like, if they're making Pac-Man cabinet, they can make a Tetris cabinet, right? All right, moving on to bag 5. All right, let's go ahead and do a quick review. So looking carefully, you can start to see quite a bit of the greebling along the superstructure here and how it's all coming together. And then obviously they'll add the parts here that'll make the triangular shape at the angle. But the Star Destroyer superstructure is looking really good so far. I think they've really captured this in a small set. Oh, man. Corey, do you remember when they came out with this guy? And if you go on to Rebrickable, you can get the escape pod instructions. And so you can make your Millennium Falcon into the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon, MIDI scale version. Ta-da. Remember when that set came out? You remember when the actual MIDI scale Star Destroyer came out? This thing's a beauty. Love this set. It's just the perfect size little Star Destroyer. Vaguely. I seem to remember the big talk was new minifigure. My son does that. He has some built sets, but he's got little cousins that he's got to worry about breaking his toys. So the struggle for my son is real as far as his cousins breaking his stuff. I always figure, you break my stuff, I'm going to break yours. But, I'm not winning any parenting awards, so. But yeah, Wyatt, if you're listening, if they break your stuff, break theirs. Sure, I'll get a phone call from your mom. So a nice little panel with a design. So it's nice how they just, every once in a while, you just get a stud piece here and there. So, Corey, what's the first ride you're going to ride when you get to Disneyland under whenever that is? Question mark, question mark. You got a rope drop ride that you gotta do day one, or something that you've been really excited to do that you've missed out on lately? Canoes. Why? What's with the canoes? This is like Disney's way of making you exercise. Yes, Sadie, at Disneyland, you can go and basically was the River American River. You can go canoeing around the other group. I don't know. I've never actually ridden it. Churros. I will definitely agree to churros. Churros and beignets, please. Last time I was there, I didn't get a beignet. So I left Disneyland unfulfilled. I sacrificed my third born child for a churro right now. All right, so we got that. So the angle. So the angle will work around, like, sort of see it. It'll attach like this. You'll see, which is exactly how they did the big Super Star Destroyer as well. You basically had to build up to these big gigantic panels. Caramel apple. Well, you for the right price, I'm sure you can get a caramel apple. There's I think it's around a $340 delivery fee. But if you're willing to pay that, I know a guy. No questions asked. All right, so that panel is just clipped on right here. We'll start to complete that nice air design that the Super Star Destroyer has. Has anybody got a favorite, like favorite vehicle in Star Wars? Like TIE Fighter, Star Destroyers, Super Star Destroyers, Vader's TIE Advanced. I know somebody out there is going to love the Millennium Falcon. It's like an absolute given. So come on, let me know. Talk it up. X-Wing. Nice. What version of the X-Wing? Is it just the classic Red 5, or do you like the new versions from the sequel trilogy? I thought Poe's X-Wing was pretty legit when they came out with it. The black and orange one. Classic is the best. I can agree. Did you like the new X-Wing UCS that came out? There was a lot of back and forth on that. Personally, I felt like there was a lot of back and forth before it was released, but since it's been released, it felt more like a universal acceptance. A lot more people are coming out and saying, "Oh, I really like that set now." I've always felt that Lego sets are beautiful sets, but they're more better when you see them built. You know, sometimes the boxes don't do the justice because you can't always capture the image on a box where it looks, you know, as pristine or as nice. So sometimes you can look a little wonky. Then you build it and you're like, wow, this is 300% cooler. And that's why you go to the Lego store to see the sets built, right? That's why those guys have jobs. All right, so now we're doing the other panel. So we've got one full panel completely done on the Star Destroyer, as you can see. It's got that really cool spear look. And so far, it feels pretty solid. And we'll talk about how you know its build compared to the Super Star Destroyer, which you know, that thing feels like you can, if you could balance it properly, it feels like you could spin that thing on your finger like a pizza dough. That set feels so solid. So far, very solid. Obviously, you can see it doesn't really flap around. It's connected pretty good. Everything's connected to the structure by these 3 angle 2x2s. So you've got one section of angles here. This section here is connected by this brick, and then you just connect the 2 plates together. And then the back is just more of a gravity sit. So there's nothing back here. So it does have that little flare up in the back. But over time, you know, time and gravity will settle that down, which is helpful. Sometimes the set's just got to settle like a house. What's the other one on your table? Well, we've got multiples. We got the Nebulan B frigate 40th anniversary set from Empire. We've got the Bespin Duel the Bespin Duel 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back, and then I've got the midi scale Millennium Falcon. I've got the midi scale Star Destroyer. I thought these would be fun to bring out since we are doing what is considered a midi scale Super Star Destroyer. And then I've got the Death Star 2, like the midi scale Death Star 2. We may build that tonight. We might just might not, depending on how much time we've got left. We're already clocking it at 54 minutes, almost 54 minutes now. So I know everybody is tired after a long day of work. Those of us who went to work and weren't on vacation. But we might do that if that's what everybody wants. But that's, you know, it's 289 pieces, 300 pieces. That's probably going to take another 45 minutes or so. I might just do a stream build and then upload it to YouTube so everybody can just kind of watch at their own leisure. Is anybody else having hearing problems? Anybody else having a problem with hearing in the stream? No. Say you just might need to like maybe do a restart on your app or restart on your phone if you're on your phone. Not sure why you would be having any sound issues. You know, most of the time I find that when you have problems with technology, if you just pour some water on them, it lets the smoke out, and then your problem's done because you don't have an electrical device anymore. So for those of you, don't do that. I get 300 angry emails from parents that their children put their cell phones in water and let the smoke out, and I'm responsible for them. So, haha, just kidding. It was a joke. What you say? Here, I'll type you a message quick. All right, let's see. We are making progress. Doopy doopy doop. Okay. Okie. Oh no, I broke it. I will say this though, if you make a mistake on this, it's a lot easier to fix than if you make a mistake on the Super Star Destroyer UCS set. I need somebody who likes building Technic. I've got a couple of Technic sets that I need to build because I think they're awesome, but got one little problem. I don't usually have a good time building Technic. I know, it's a bane, right? It's getting insanely windy outside. Dexter is crying. Isn't he named after a serial killer? Like from the show Dexter? He's afraid of the wind. Talk about not living up to your name. It worked. I'm going to teach you a very technical IT solution. This is something I learned a very long time ago. When in doubt, try turning it off and on again. Surprisingly, that's actually one of the first things IT people will tell you. All right, so far we've got Star Destroyer. It's coming together pretty good. Like I said, it kind of looks like a dagger. So, you know. But I digress. All right, here we are. We're going up on bag number 6. Remember, for you guys out there who are watching and enjoying all the content and the hilarious host, remember to like and subscribe here on YouTube. Also, remember to like and subscribe or follow me on Instagram at DarthBricks42. They put the Star Wars sticker or plate again. I wish they would put that one in a bag. Like, same with this. I wish they'd put these in little individual bags because they do get a little scuffed up. My Death Star throne room diorama was a little scuffed up. So I have to reach out to Lego about that, see if I can get those pieces replaced. Because I mean, I didn't buy scratch parts. Has anybody else had that problem? Getting scratched pieces or scuffed up keychains or minifigs or damaged? Has anybody out there ever gotten like a misprint? Like gotten a defective part, like it was formed incorrectly, or it was, the printing was wrong. Anybody else out there gotten that? I got it on a Greedo minifigure from the Cantina, the Big Moss Sisley's Cantina UCS set or Master Builder series or big expensive set that cost a lot of money. I don't open my sets. But what do you do if somebody slips a note inside of one of your sets? So one day when you get to it and you find out they put a note in it, it's all weird. So this is my Greedo misprint. You can see his eyes are like down his nose, like he's wearing glasses and he's looking down on them. So that is my misprint. Hello, Jason. Welcome to the party. So I'm supposed to do like the John McClane, welcome to the party, pal. Come out to the coast. We'll get together. We'll have a few laughs. Yippee-ki-yay. So we need a Nakatomi Plaza big old UCS set. I'd buy that for $1. It's actually really cool. Like I said, I got the mini scales here. So we got the little mini scale, which this one it feels very fragile. Like every time I pick it up, it feels like it moves sections. And the Millennium Falcon, this thing is just a brick. If I were to throw it at somebody, I'd probably give them a concussion. But this one, it's very nice. You don't really want to pick it up here at the back because there's nothing really holding it here except a gravity hold. But I mean, it looks really good so far, design wise. We could probably use another brick here at the front to help kind of hold that front piece down as it wants to kind of bow up a little bit, as Lego kind of does. You got to kind of manipulate a little bit. So it might have benefited from that. But other than that, I mean, it's a really good looking set so far. We just put the engines on, so you get to see all those big old engines. But at the end of the video, when we're done building the MIDI scale, we're going to bust out the big UCS Star Destroyer and kind of do a comparison there. So we'll see how that works. We'll see if how I work that out with all the space. But it's very sturdy. It's very sturdy compared to like the little MIDI scale Star Destroyer, which that always feels like it can never go any other way than the way it sits on the desk right now. Pull it back a little bit. It's got a little lever right there. so you can see it. So it rests here and here. So it can never really go any other way because the way it's built, it's kind of locked into that design. So you can't really get away with an alteration on it. We just built a little mini Star Destroyer. That's the scale to go with the Super Star Destroyer. I love it when they put those things in. It just makes it fun. To kind of show the scale. So it's flying with the Super Star Destroyer. So you can see the big Star Destroyer, how much small it is scale wise. I think we're going to build, I think they build one more. I think there's 2 on this set, 2 little Star Destroyers. So it's flying in fleet formation. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in and checking out the build with me. And remember to like and subscribe. That way you know about more content coming out here on YouTube. I just did a short review on the new Cal Kestis lightsaber. It came out on May 4th at Disneyland and Disney World, and then Shop Disney. That was that's pretty cool. It's a bulky little thing. It's a short video, just kind of showing you how it works. But if you want to see more, lightsabers, let me know. I've got Obi-Wan's saber. I've got Anakin's saber. So Anakin, Luke, Rey. The original saber. I've got Darth Vader, Darth Maul, both sabers to make the staff. Next time I'm at Disneyland, I'm going to try and pick up the new Yoda saber that's supposed to be getting released tomorrow. I'd just like to get the hilts, not really the whole kit. So that'll be my goal next time I go to Disneyland. But I've also done the Sabi's workshop to custom build my own saber, which was really cool. Had a really good time. A little rushed. Felt like they were kind of like rushing us through the process a little bit. They're a little running behind, but we had a young gentleman with us who was probably in his early 20s, but he was developmentally challenged. He's handicapped, but his enthusiasm and excitement it took me back to being a kid. And to be honest, his enthusiasm made it 10 times better for me because it just had that raw, super emotion, having a good time. Guy was excited to just be there. And, that's how we all feel inside. But society is always telling us we're not allowed to act like that. Like we have to be adults or grown-ups. So just being able to benefit from his excitement and just let that enhance my enjoyment really made me happy. Really made my saber building experience even better. Obviously, getting to build my saber for my birthday was awesome. We did a couple days after my birthday during our Disney trip, but also getting to build my saber as my wife built her very own custom saber right next to me. So we got to share the experience together. And so if you're out there and you're a fan and it's something you're interested in doing, absolutely do it. Do it. Just do it. Do it, Anakin. But, you know, who cares about the cost? It's just money. We don't spend it on that. We're going to spend it on something else. So might as well have a cool collectible that you can put on the shelf at home with a really great memory. Yeah. Absolutely. That's why you go to Disneyland. So you don't have to be an adult. You know, I tell people when I go for my job and I go talk to people, I tell them all the time, you know, I was an adult once. It was the worst 15 minutes of my life. Never want to do it again. All right. So here we got the stand. The Executor placard. Executor. Got a few little detail pieces still to get done here on top. Once we get those completed, we're going to do a big comparison, big boy comparison. There we go. Okay. No. End it. Food is temporary. Lightsabers are forever. Jason, you're correct. I mean, they last as long as they last. I got one 1x2 gray left over. I'm doing a quick double check on the set. That's not a good thing. And don't do that thing that Luke did. You know, when he got his lightsaber, he just looks in the emitter end, and he's like, "What's this?" What's this? There it goes, right there. Knew it the whole time. All right, kids. So we've got the midi scale Executor Star Destroyer, Vader's flagship. Pretty cool, very sturdy build. This Star Destroyer, you would see it in Return of the Jedi when it crashes into the Death Star 2 at the end. But we also saw, you know, Vader's flagship in Empire, if I remember correctly. Which, if I don't, I'm sure everybody in the comment line will let me know. So I'm going to go ahead and move some of these sets up so I can make some space and clear some space for the big boy to come in. Oh, yeah. For those of you who didn't tune in earlier to get to see these are the cube dudes. Obi-Wan's head's falling off. I'll fix that. There you go. Now you got the high ground again. These are the cube dudes, bounty hunters, and the heroes of the Republic. Couldn't get these anywhere except at some Lego conventions, celebrations, things like that. So these were special. So big thank you to my friend for giving these to me, picking these up for me all those years ago. Appreciate it very, very much. All right, so now what you've all been waiting for. Minifigures. That's what everybody's here for, right? Let's just look at the minifigs. All right. So here we've got the big UCS Super Star Destroyer. Let me turn this around. So now we can do a 1-to-1 comparison. Midi scale versus a Super Star Destroyer. The Super Star Destroyer, you can take the bridge off, and you got the little area where you can put minifigures. It's not big enough to hold them, so when you put the bridge back on, they can't stand. But it comes with its own little Star Destroyer as well for scale, just like these guys do. It's got the same build style with the plates and the panels. Two very big stand legs, but it's a solid build. You can pick it up, and it's flat on the bottom. And you can also see those big old chunky engines in the back that we just built. And then I built a little Millennium Falcon out of one of the advent calendars and stuck it up at the front because, you know, the Falcon's always trying to get away. So that's the Super Star Destroyer UCS, our MIDI scale Super Star Destroyer, and the minifigures that come along with it. There's also a Vader and a Commander. I'm sure they're around here somewhere. But thank you so much for coming out tonight, guys. I appreciate the support. Like, subscribe here on YouTube. Check me out on Instagram, DarthBricks42 for more content. And I look forward to doing some more building. I'm going to do some live builds probably this Friday night, maybe Saturday. Definitely Saturday during the daytime. So check me out on Instagram for live builds on Instagram live, and also here for more videos. And if you want to see something built, or you want to see something from the background, pull forward, we'll talk. Just let me know in the comment line. I'll make a video and we'll kind of review it. We'll go on Instagram Live and talk about it. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for coming out. And remember to build what you like. So thanks, guys. Have a great evening, and I will see you on the next stream.